Hello boys, welcome back to your maths class. We'll be doing today subtraction by borrowing, the same lesson, but we'll be doing word problems, okay? Page 59, the first one. Now you cannot write the statements in your textbook, boys. There is less place, so I'll be giving you this the statements to be written in your notebook, okay, in your assignment section. The first word problem: there are 175 trees in Maharaj Park and 268 in Sayachi Park. How many more trees are there in Sayachi Park than there are in Maharaj Park? Number of trees in Maharaj Park is equal to 175. Number of trees in Sayachi Park is equal to 268. Number of trees that are more in Sayachi Park than in Maharaj Park is equal to how much? Now boys, when you subtract, you have to always write the bigger number first and then the smaller number, okay? So 268 minus 175, 8 minus 5, 3, 6 you convert into 16, 16 minus 7, 9 and 1 minus 1, 0. 93 trees are more in Sayachi Park than in Maharaj Park. Now the statement here boys, how many more tells you that it is a subtraction problem, okay? There are some books in a bookshop. The shopkeeper brought 125 more. Now there are 234 books in the bookshop. How many were there in the beginning? Now here the total number of books is given to you and the shopkeeper has brought more books, okay? Now you have to subtract and find out how many were there in the beginning, okay? Again you have to write the bigger number first in the sum and then the smaller number. First statement, number of more books brought by shopkeeper 125, total number of books in the shop 234. Number of books that were there in the beginning is equal to how much? Okay, you subtract the sum. 4 you convert into 14, 14 minus 5 is 9. Then 3 you convert into 2, 2 minus 2 0 and 2 minus 1 1. So 109 books were there in the beginning. There are 350 girls and 215 boys in a school. How many more girls are there than boys? Now how many more tells you that it is a subtraction problem, okay? Number of girls in a school is equal to 350. Number of boys in a school is equal to 215. Number of girls that are more than the boys is equal to how much? Now 350 minus 215. You convert the 0 into 10, convert the 5 into 4 and now you subtract. 10 minus 5 is 5 and 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay boys? And 3 minus 2 is 1. So the answer will be 135 girls are more than the boys. 135 girls are more than the boys. Okay boys? Next word problem. Mary had 500 rupees. She bought books worth 275 rupees. How much money will be left with her? Total amount Mary had 500 rupees. Cost of the book she bought 275 rupees. Amount left with Mary. Now this word left tells you that it is a subtraction problem. Okay. So first write the bigger number, that is 500 minus 275. 10, you convert the 0 into 10, then the tens wala 0, you have to make it into 10 and then you have to make it into 9 because you have taken 1 from here for the units place. Okay. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. Now, since you took 1 from the hundreds place to make 10 in tens place, you have to remove 1 from the hundreds place. So, 5 minus 1 will be 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So, the answer is 225. Okay, 225 rupees is left with Mary. Now, using the given information, make word problems of your own and solve them. Information: beads with Aman 325, beads with Sulabha 150. Now, how you make the problem, boys? The problem is as follows. Aman has 325 beads and Sulabha has 150. How many more beads should Sulabha take so that they will both have an equal number of beads? Now, how many more? So, this is a subtraction problem. Number of beads with Aman 325, number of beads with Sulabha 150. Number of more beads that Sulabha should have to make an equal number is equal to how much? 320 minus 150. Okay, now 325 minus 150. Now, 5 minus 5, 0. Sorry, 5 minus 0, 5. I'm sorry, boys. 5 minus 0, 5. Cut the 2. Make it into 12. And cut the 3. Make it into 2. Okay, so 12 minus 5 is 7. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So, the answer is 1, 7, 5. $175 more beads Sulabha should take so that they both will have an equal number of beads. Next sum, the information given is 257 beads and 300 beads. The problem is Rita had 257 beads and Tina had 300 beads. How many more beads does Tina have than Rita? Number of beads that Rita has is 257. Number of beads that Tina has is 300. Now boys, always minus the bigger number first and then the smaller number. Okay, number of more beads that Tina had than Rita. Okay, so write the problem like this, always the bigger number first and then the smaller number. Okay, now always remember, when there are two zeros, first 0 comes 10, second 0 comes 9. Okay, so I'll tell you how. Yes, so make this 10, make this also 10, cut it, and make it 9. And here you have to cut the tree and make it 2. Okay, now you subtract and you write the answer. The answer will be 10 minus 7, 3. 9 minus 5, 4. And 2 minus 2, 0. So 43 beads. More beads Tina has than Rita. Now this is the last one, boys. 324 Appu's mangoes, 268 Pairi mangoes. Okay, so the problem is, a fruit seller had 324 Appu's mangoes and 268 Pairi mangoes. How many more Appu's mangoes does he have than Pairi mangoes? How many more tells you that this is a subtraction sum. Okay, boys. Number of Appu's mangoes the fruit seller had is 324. Number of Pairi mangoes the fruit seller had is 268. Number of more Appu's mangoes that the fruit seller had than the Pairi mangoes is equal to how much? So always the bigger number comes first and then the smaller number, boys. This sum you have to solve it. In your R book, just write the sum and you can solve it. Okay, boys. I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, I can help you, but I want you to learn to solve it on your own. So you have to cut the 4 and make it into 14. Okay, now this 14 ka 1 you have got it from 2. So you have to cut the 2 and make it into 1. Okay, so you cannot minus 6 from 1. So again you have to make the 1 into 11, and because you took 1 from this 3, you have to cut the 3 and make it into 2. And now you subtract it. Okay, 14 minus 8, then you have to subtract 11 minus 6, and then you have to subtract 2 minus 2. Okay, we will get the answer, and this is this answer statement. So many more mangoes, so many more Appu's mangoes that the fruit seller had than the Pairi mangoes. Next, page number 60. Solve the following problems orally. Okay, you can just solve it orally. With your fingers, with the help of your fingers. If Malti has 15 blue and 7 red balloons, how many balloons does she have all together? You have to add 15 plus 7, 15 in your mind and 7 on your fingers. Start counting 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The answer is 22. Ajit had some seeds. Sagar gave him 25 more. Now Ajit has 65 seeds. How many seeds did Ajit have before? So you have to minus 65, you have to minus, you have to do the minus sum 65 minus 25. So 5 minus 5 is 0, 6 minus 2 is 4. It's an easy sum. There are altogether 80 rose and jasmine flowers in a basket. 30 of them are roses. So how many are jasmine flowers? You have to minus 30 from 80. Now 0 minus 0 is 0 and 8 minus 3 will be 5. So the answer is 50. 100 children took part in a tree planting drive. If 60 of them were girls, how many have participated? Okay, you have to do this sum on your own, boys. What you have to do is at the side or maybe at the side. I am just doing it so that you understand. 100 minus 60. Okay. Or you can just do orally also. Okay. 0 minus 0 is 0. Then this 0, make it tens wala 0. You have to cut it and make it into 10. And 1, you have to make it into 0. So the 10 minus 6 is 4. So the answer is 40. Okay, boys. You can write here Akbar peeled 42 potatoes, Salma peeled 35. How many more potatoes should Salma peel to equal the number peeled by Akbar? So you have to minus 35 from 42. Now you cannot minus 5 from 2. So you have to cut the 2, make it into 12 and cut the 4, make it into 3. 12 minus 5, you have to write the answer in the units place, and 3 minus 3, you have to write the answer in the tens place. That is the answer. Boys, remaining questions on page 60 are cancelled. We will not be going to do it. So you can just put a line with your pencil on those questions, that is using the given information, make word problems of your own and solve them, and make problems of your own and solve them, and the scoreboard. These 3 questions we will not be doing. So you can just put a line on it. Thank you, boys. I hope you have understood this lesson.